And the world's in my hands and the sun's tantalizing. Grab hold of mine if you want some good time. And it's been too long and you need some unwinding. Woo! Shake it low, shake it low. The new sound has been found. And yo, I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in a million. I want 'em higher than the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in a million. I'm born in a million. Just don't stop. Born in a million. Born in a million.
And here it is, one of the NFL's truly iconic stadiums, and the oldest one still in use. It's Soldier Field in Chicago. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're underway from Soldier Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Ready up.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Ready.
Here's Williams. Setting up the running back screen. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Working from the gun, Williams. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Williams from the gun. He lets one fly deep downfield. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one doesn't go far. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
3rd down, here's Williams. Completed here to Komet. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Pass play now. He fires one deep down the middle. He's got it at the 30. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's tackled for a short gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Here we go, set.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has a man, it's Scott. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10 from the 41.
Let's go now.
Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Complete out to the right. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. It's taken in by Roma Dunze. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
All set up now for first and 10.
Here we go.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Let's go. Ready?
To throw, Williams. Komet brings it in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
They'll try and punch it in. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Nothing doing that time, and it leaves them on second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that brings up fourth and goal. Out comes the kick team to attempt this field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
On the set.
So now, following the penalty, it's first and goal.
Come on, set. Hut, hut.
Williams will look to throw. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
On the give, this is Irving. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
One play in, and this drive is already in enemy territory. First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Fryermuth there to bring it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here we go, set.
Back now, pressure on its way. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so that brings up 2nd down.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Let's go now. 70 rings, 70 rings. Go.
Dropping back to throw. This is caught by Trey Palmer. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're moving it well, but now face a 3rd and short. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. That one gains 7. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Let's go.
From the red zone now. Hits his running back. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Able to hit Palmer, complete. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. They don't pick up anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal. He'll throw it. And he can't reel it in. Incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And now they're left with 3rd and goal.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Here's a give straight up the middle. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. It's a 3-yard gain. 1 shot remaining if they want to try it. 4th and goal coming up. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. He's touched down behind the line as this one goes the wrong way.
I think we are so preconditioned when a QB sneak is called, we think it's going to be a first down, right? Well, I think they expected him to get it too. But now they got to adjust in a hurry and get their defense out there to make a stand of their own.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. He's fighting for it, but will not get there. They stall the run out, and that's a safety.
Kate, you could just feel it, right? Right off the snap, you just got that sense at the line of scrimmage. When those big guys defensively win it right off the jump, right at the line of scrimmage down here at the goal line, well, they've got a chance to put 2 points on their ledger. That's well done by those big boys defensively.
And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the give to Irving. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
It's first downs like that, Kate, just with the toughness of these receivers, that I can't help but think about some old school dudes. These playbooks have evolved so much in the NFL. Can you imagine some of the physical receivers back in the day and how badly they would have loved to play in the systems like this and just find a way time and again to put the ball in their hands? Well, if they were concerned about losing yards running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And they make the tackle at the 38. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man, Palmer has it. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 1. Finds his back complete. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Third and short. It's a gift to the tight end. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Here's a throw. And they won't do it. So that falls incomplete on 4th down.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Come on, set to go.
First down throw by Williams. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Buccaneers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
This, the snap that's going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. They'll run it from the gun. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Setting up a throw. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. 4th down coming up. Bates' kick is up and good. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Scott reels it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Chicago first down. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Williams to throw on first. It's incomplete. Risky throw to the sideline. They're lucky that defender didn't keep on going down the sideline there. It's going to be 2nd down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Throwing again on 2nd. Williams. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Let's go.
They kick the running back in motion. Third down, here's Williams. Oh, brother, it's another interception! And the Buccaneers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success. Those
poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Completed over the middle. Jukes one defender, and that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Looking for a throw here. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. He brings up second down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They'll throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it's going to be Bears football. First down, Williams. Setting up the running back screen. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop it behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Man in motion, headed right. Running it now out of the gun. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Williams set to pass. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Looking for the back that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Here we go, set.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Not much time left in the half, so the kicking team out on first down. First field goal was good. His second look from inside of 45 yards. And this isn't going to do it. The kick is no good. And that keeps the lead at 12.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he could not break beyond the line, so that's how our half's going to end. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Irving on the inside give. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Let's go.
2nd and 6 now. Bails out of the pocket quick. Caught by the open man. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They're throwing it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Completed to his running back. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Here's a handoff up the gut. Spin move. Uh-oh, ball's out. And the Buccaneers scoop it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
Go.
Throwing now, following the turnover. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson has it. And the Bears take over on his 5th interception of the season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Wouldn't make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
On the set.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Let's go now.
Out of the pistol, Williams. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
That's complete. Here's Scott. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here we go.
Trying to push this past the marker. And he's brought down for a loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First and 10 from the 41. They put a receiver in motion here left. They go play action on first. Now he'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Here we go, second and very long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left facing third and long.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. They'll try and throw it here. Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. The give now out of the shotgun. Oh, he lost the football. And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down. Now looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. Trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
Got to figure out this third down here. Pass play coming here. He's got it in the red zone. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Irvin here from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Here we go, set. Go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's third and 10.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a third and 10.
Let's go now. 18 left.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's got it. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
Back now, pressure on its way. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Pat Fryermuth, the touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Working from the gun, Williams. To the left and hauled in by Odunze. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Williams from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Buccaneers territory.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. To throw, Williams. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Once again, Irving. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Finds the in route complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. It sails right through. A beautifully placed football.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Go!
1st down throw by Williams. Komet brings it in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go, set. Check go.
From the 36. Has his man, it's Odunze. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They send a receiver in motion right. Williams to throw on 1st. Gets everything he has under this throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears get it back to within 2 possessions. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too.
And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 13. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing from the gun. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10.
Set.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Set up. Ready.
From the 48. And they pick him off again. And the Buccaneers take over as he records his 10th career INT. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. This ball's caught by Palmer. And he'll get it up to the 44.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. He's dropping back to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
Got it. Ready? Go! Check up.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And they get him down after a quality pickup to about the 36. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Set.
Right back to Irving now. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Buccaneers about to move to a perfect 5-0 this season. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Let's go now.
Motioning one of the tight ends.
Roll. Ready?
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Go!
Handoff headed right, Irving. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Riggs. Reload.
On the give, this is Irving. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Three.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. And that's going to bring up a tough decision here for them on 4th down.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers.